1811 4000। यही कंज्यूमर हेल्पलाइन।
On the show today, beware of what the advertisement on your television screen is claiming. More than a dozen companies have been pulled up for making false and unsubstantiated claims. We bring you the new face of the Nigerian scam which is knocking at your doorstep through emails and SMSs. Beware before you share your personal details. And of course, we get your banking complaints addressed on the show as well. Fastest internet service on the go. Tutorials with the highest success rate at the CAT exam, milk mix that helps in better brain development, tall claims about products from advertisers. But beware of such claims. They may just be marketing gimmicks rather than actual facts. In fact, they may just be a pack of lies. Tanvi Shukla highlights some of these advertisements that have come under the radar of regulatory authorities.
Right here. I want a video chat with my man.
Right now, I want to send my big business proposal.
Right here, right now was the tagline of Reliance Communications' new campaign for broadband services that was launched in mid-2009. The advertisement claimed that Reliance was offering fastest wireless broadband service and it looked to capture the youth on the go. But things did not go as per plan. Based on complaints from some consumers, the advertisement came under the radar of Advertising Standards Council of India, or ASCI.
Connect to India's fastest wireless internet, Reliance Net Connect, Broadband Plus.
And in September 2009, ASCI ruled that the claim of being the fastest service was not substantiated with comparable data of other mobile services. In September, ASCI asked the TVC to be suspended until modified. The general rationale being you got to prove that you're better or the best.
Our view is that if you have a better product, whether it is the best or better than somebody else, it is perfectly fair in advertising to be able to claim that. The important point is when you make such a claim that you really is based in fact, is based on, in some cases, where facts have to be researched, based on adequately researched facts. And as I've said, sometimes advertisers may go ahead and make that claim based on the information they have. By the time perspective from all sides is put together, then their perspective turns out to be untrue.
In response to our queries, Reliance Communications says, and I quote, "The said TVC never suspended, nor was any communication sent to ASCI informing them of suspending the TVC. All queries received were reasonably substantiated to the satisfaction of the council and we agreed to modify the TVC." End of quote. But Reliance Broadband was hardly the only one who earned ASCI's ire. During the period from April to October 2009, ASCI and its Consumer Council asked 35 ads to be suspended or modified, including those from giants such as Idea, Dabur, Godrej & Boys, Heinz and Career Launcher. As per ASCI, most of these ads carried false or misleading claims. Career Launcher's print ad claimed about a high success rate for the CAT exam. But shockingly, ASCI's report reveals that this was based on an internal estimate with no independent study to substantiate it. In an email response to CNBC TV 18, Career Launcher said, and I quote, "We maintain the factual correctness of the mentioned ad based on the data available with us. ASCI has raised a technical point of the data not being verified by a third party and we have forwarded ASCI's communication to our legal experts for an opinion."
अर्ज किया है कि हिस्ट्री ज्योग्राफी बड़ी बेवफा, रात को रटो सुबह सफा।
Heinz released an ad for Complan Memory which screamed that Complan Memory helped in better brain development, improved memory, concentration and intelligence.
क्या आपका बच्चा भी पढ़ी हुई चीजें एग्जाम में भूल जाता है?
But ASCII claims that the initial study submitted was carried out on Complan and not on Complan Memory. Heinz did not respond to CNBC TV 18's query.
वाह वाह! कॉम्प्लान मेमोरी पीजिए, असर देखिए.
Meanwhile, Dabur's Lal Tel promised that it helped in growth twice as fast for babies, but ASCII asked for the TVC to be modified. In response to our queries, Dabur said, and I quote, "An independent clinical research conducted by doctors from the Pediatrics Department of Jawaharlal Nehru College proved that babies who were massaged daily with Dabur Lal Tel in comparison with no massage experienced 2 times faster increase in weight and height. On basis of this research, ASCII recommended Dabur to make a more focused claim for the product, and so the campaign's tagline was changed to Dabur Lal Tel se baby ka sharirik vikas ho dugni tezi se, as against the earlier tagline of baby bade dugni tezi se." End of quote. Companies remain in denial mode, but experts from advertising industry say a false or misleading claim could kill a brand.
When you have a brand, let's say, comes up with a new product or a new service, the question you ask is, so why should consumer buy it or subscribe to it? And you begin to search for benefits, and of course you can make up benefits, but all of us who have been in advertising know that making up benefits is not how you create persuasive advertising. As they say, the best way to kill a brand is to make a false claim.
ASCII has cracked down on several more ads with exaggerated claims or misleading promises that would in a way cheat millions of consumers of the country, and has even launched a massive ad campaign to encourage consumers to lodge complaints with a toll-free number provided.
5 as compared to the kind of claim contest that you will see in developed markets is a small number. In fact, we want to make more and more of our constituents, which happen to be general public as much as experts as well as marketing fraternity, media, to be aware.
So how is ASCII cracking down on such advertisements? What is it really doing? It's also come up with an ad campaign across mediums, alert consumers really to tell ASCII where they have seen and found misleading claims made by various advertisements of companies. Joining me is Professor Dhananjay Keskar, who's the chairman of ASCII, joining me from Pune. Thanks very much, Professor, for joining us. At the outset, I'd like to really congratulate you, because there are very few self-regulatory authorities in this country really crack down hard in the manner in which you've done. You have, over the past few months, I was seeing the list, come up with certain very glaring cases, big companies, very misleading claims. Till now, one really heard a lot about obscene ads and stuff like that, but this time round it seems to be extremely glaring claims being made by very big companies. How are you dealing with such cases?
Through the campaign, what we are doing is making the public aware of the existence of ASCII, and they should know that there is such a body where they can complain. And once there is a complaint received from public or intra-industry at ASCII from on any product, there is a Consumer Complaints Council which takes up the matter, and Consumer Complaints Council has the authority to either uphold the complaint or reject the complaint. Once the complaint is upheld, if an advertisement is found objectionable or if the claim is not substantiated, then the ASCII Secretariat goes to the advertiser and informs them about the complaint and what the finding of ASCII is. That's the simple procedure that ASCII has.
Have you by and large found that companies, once confronted with your findings, readily accept your findings and pull out those ads?
In fact, the compliance with the ASCII's rulings or this rate is quite high. We have had in the range of about 90-95% compliances with what ASCII has to say, and the advertisements are either modified or withdrawn completely, and we are happy about the response that comes from the advertisers.
Have these complaints been on the rise? Are you seeing increasing number of such claims being made by companies which are not tenable?
I wouldn't say so. That's not the case. Because the advertisers are aware that they cannot just get away with claims which they cannot justify or substantiate. If particularly anything is obscene, indecent, definitely there is a public outcry about such advertisements or such products, and nobody wants such a negative publicity.
No, that's as far as the obscenity and the indecency side is concerned, where public opinion itself forces a company to withdraw. But where tall claims are being made about a product, and a product is being sold on those tall claims, which actually tantamounts to cheating a consumer, because some of these claims are really glaring. In such matters, do you find companies willing to accept the fact that you've pointed something out?
Yeah, initially there is some amount of reluctance to accept, but definitely when we confront them and we ask for the data, laboratory results and all that, then of course they either provide that if it is available, if it can be substantiated, otherwise at times the claims are modified.
What has been the response to your campaign so far? Are you seeing a lot of consumers writing into you?
Yes, certainly. In fact, the campaign which has been rolled out in the TV, in the press media, outdoor media, the response from the general public is good, and now in fact we also have a toll number.
I know that there's very little you can do as an industry body other than saying that you need to pull that ad off and not go ahead with it. But do you feel that there should be some regulatory mechanism that also penalizes the company which has actually resorted to a willing claim which is wrong?
Yeah, obviously such mechanism is very much needed, but at the moment we have a very good support from the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. They have made it mandatory to the cable TV advertisers that the ASCII code should be followed by the advertisers.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you do have a sanction, a legal sanction from the government in some way to enforce your orders.
Yeah, that's right. At the moment it is applicable to cable TV advertisements, and we would like something similar to happen for print and outdoor media as well. We are working for that.
Professor, apart from, as I said, pulling that ad off or telling the advertiser don't go ahead with this ad because it has a problem, is there anything else that you have done or can do within the existing regulatory mechanism that you follow in terms of penalizing such an advertiser?
No, as a body, ASCII cannot penalize. It can only ask the advertiser to modify or change.
Sure, I understand that. Your hands are tied, but I'm saying...
Or we can go to the media and tell them that not to accept such an advertisement. Basically, all the media members are connected to ASCII.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor Keskar, for joining us. And we do hope that you are flooded with even more complaints and you can actually stand by the consumer and bring to book advertisers who do not present a fair picture when they are selling their products or services. Very much, Professor, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
We take a short break here, but have you got an email from the family of Satyam scam-tainted Ramalinga Raju? Beware of this new face of the Nigerian scam. We tell you more when we return. Well, a year after the Satyam scam, ghosts of Ramalinga Raju are now haunting your inbox. Beware of a fake mail claiming to be from the kin of Ramalinga Raju seeking assistance for transfer of... The scamsters are out there to dupe you.
Are you being promised huge sums of money to help someone who claims to be a family member of Ramalinga Raju? In what can be called as the new face of the Nigerian scam, scamsters who are out to dupe you of your hard-earned money are now using the cover of Raju to extract money from you. This email claims to have come from Radha Ramalinga, sister-in-law Ramalinga Raju. The mail says that her husband is Ramalinga Raju's brother and that they are in trouble in India. She seeks assistance in transferring funds from Holland to India to help her family and promises to compensate you for your help. If taken forward, this kind of a mail would then get you to reveal all your personal details and on some pretext will get you to make a payment in order to enable transfer of funds to your account. This of course never happens and you end up losing your money. The Nigerian fraud works in a similar way. While the details may vary, the story is similar. Estimates show that victims end up losing hundreds of millions of dollars every year. So beware before you fall into the trap and lose your hard-earned money.
Do not return a call that you have from a number starting with +92, and do not respond to an SMS claiming you have won a lottery. These are the few ingenious ways to trap you into a scam.
Hello, I got a call.
Yes ma'am, we are calling from the service center in... You're a lucky winner. You have won a lottery of rupees 20 lakh.
Really? But how?
We took out a lucky draw ma'am from numbers across our subscribers. We would like to request you to kindly help us with your credit card details so that your prize money could be transferred.
Okay, my number
Beware
is...
of these fraudulent phone callers that are seeking information from you with regard to your card number, IMEI number, which is a unique code given by the manufacturer for your number. That's not all. The caller may even urge you for his commission to be paid via a DTH recharge vouchers. Telecom operators across are now facing the attack from malicious callers trying to dupe its customers. Customers are arbitrarily being targeted by callers who pretend to be calling on behalf of the customer's telecom operator. Even SMSs have now become a target of scamsters. SMSs such as, "Your mobile number has won the sum of 10 crores in UK OPEC Lottery Mobile Draw 2010 London. For claims, contact Mr. Eric Mohits. Email opecplc@gmail.com. Such SMSs are doing rounds to trap unsuspecting individuals. So what is it that you need to do to protect yourself? Avoid responding to suspicious missed calls from unknown numbers, especially those beginning with +92. Do not respond to any SMS from unknown sources prompting to call on a number. Refrain from sharing any personal information and identity proofs like voter ID number, PAN number, bank account number, credit card information, or make any payment to people promising lottery or other unexpected awards. Do not disclose your handset IMEI or SIM card number to unknown callers. In case of suspicious calls, report the same to the concerned security authorities or your service provider.
Time again for a short break, but have you been charged a processing fee without being able to avail a home loan in the first place? We get your banking complaints addressed when we return. Welcome back to Beware. Last week we had the Reserve Bank of India addressing your banking issues and concerns. We continue with our endeavour to address your banking related complaints. B. Satyanarayanan from Chennai is unhappy about being charged a processing fee despite the fact that he was unable to avail the loan.
Last year, I approached the bank to avail a loan for buying a property. The loan, after considering my proposal, agreed to process the application, and upfront they charged the processing fee. Then during the course of evaluating the month, it took some time due to various reasons, and the date of agreement lapsed, and the owner didn't agree to sell the property. Then I approached the bank again, asking them to refund the processing fee which they have charged for the loan which I have not availed. After a lot of delays, they agreed to pay only 50% back to me.
IDBI Home Finance in its response said, and I quote, "The total processing fee paid on the case was 34,158 rupees, out of which 17,079 rupees was already refunded to the customer in June 2009. Based on the overall facts of the case, we are now proceeding to refund the balance amount of processing fees, that is 17,079. With this, the entire processing fees of 34,158 rupees will be refunded." End of quote.
I'd like to thank CNBC for this support, and it's not only to me, and it is a great thing that you are creating awareness among the public, and I'd like to thank you for this.
Thane-based Ravikant Prasad claims that his loan has not been disbursed due to wrong credit report.
In an email to Beware, Ravikant says that he had applied for a home loan to LIC Housing Finance in July 2009. His loan was sanctioned in September the same, but the loan has not been disbursed till date. Sanction letter says that the applicant has pending loan with HDFC, that is according to the CIBIL. On inquiry, HDFC also confirmed that no such loan is pending. Yet, according to Ravikant, the loan is delayed by almost 3 months. His builder has charged 24,000 interest for payment of default, and a notice has been served for flat cancellation. LIC Housing Finance, in response to Ravikant's grievance, said, and I quote, "We would like to inform you that disbursement has been done on 29 December 2009 of rupees 2,09,255 rupees." End of quote.
So beware before you go and buy a product or service merely based on what the ad claims, and beware of sharing your personal details through an email or SMS that is luring you a lottery ticket. On our part, we will continue to caution you because we believe the truth must be told.